was talking to Greg before this, I was like, I'm a little worried because I have to be so broad.
But first, a message from our sponsor. SE Rankings is a top-rated SEO platform designed to help agencies and businesses of all sizes automate their daily tasks and make data-driven decisions. You can get your 14 free day trial at seranking.com. Check it out. So the content development is, you mentioned like fun and like value and showing off the values. Could you give like an example of like, so you're writing a lot of content on a blog, or it's more of maybe videos? What type of content are you developing for these clients?
Yeah, so web property content, they like, their websites are a little bit more unique because they're very structured. They have to kind of be a certain way that fits the brand. So we help them write, introductions, bios, and stuff for their websites. Kind of like I always like to say, give the users a peek into your office, right? Social media is a really big one. We actually recently rolled out like a newer program with this client that focuses primarily on content and how we're developing that content. So I think one step back from that is COVID really had an impact on these small businesses. Of course, it did everyone. So it really, really forced these specific businesses to focus more time on digital. And this isn't their bread and butter marketing, right? So that's what we offer them and support them with. So when it comes to writing the content, something that's really cool is we have all of these clients that we're serving, but everything is unique to them. So we're working very closely with them, developing relationships, learning their values, and then we're incorporating that in all of the content we produce. So social media advertising on Instagram, Facebook, all that. Google business profile content. That's a really big one, especially because these are such local businesses. And then, of course, I just said web properties, yeah.
Right. Interesting. Do you track, just last week, although this video is going to come out much later, the different local search. I mean, local search is probably big for these franchises.
Yeah.
So Google business profiles are very important, but you tracking like the algorithm changes with that, or it doesn't matter for a big franchise like that? Because just last week we had an update according to, I don't know if you know Joy Hawkins, who's based in not far from here, I think, about an hour away in Canada, who basically spoke about how she felt the algorithm, the local pack algorithm changed just last week, where she branded the December update as the vicinity update. Mm-hmm. And supposedly the local SEO community was not happy with how that ranking actually impacted stuff. And supposedly this new update from a week ago, so I guess around March 15th or so, there was an update where it kind of corrected itself. Do you have to like track that? If does a client come back to you and be like, why am I not getting traffic to my Google business profile? They don't really look at it, and you're like, oh, my client, you're basically going about it, we're saying, oh no, my client is not getting the traffic to their Google business profile, versus the client being like, they're not coming to you with that. You're basically knowing that beforehand. Right?
Yeah, we know that beforehand. I will say, like I said, for these specific clients, this isn't their bread and butter, so it might not be something that they all really notice or flag. But of course, like there's going to be some that do and have those types of conversations, and we can relay that information. At some point, there's only so much we can control.
Right.
But yeah, I think something that this type of client has to their advantage is their brand names, so well known. That does help.
Right.
But yeah, for sure.
Cool. Well, I appreciate you doing this, Maggie. So can you tell people on the camera how they could follow you and learn more about you?
Yeah, so I'm on LinkedIn. I mentioned that I think briefly earlier, but like I said, you can find me as Marguarite Humphrey or Maggie Humphrey on LinkedIn. Yeah, we can connect that way.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you very